What is up, Steelers Nation? Producer Nick back with another Steelers NFL draft update. Once again, they stand put, they stay pat, and they take their 84th overall selection. And with that, they finally get their wide receiver, Roman Wilson, out of Michigan. Now, Mike Tomlin said in the pre-draft press conference earlier in the week that sometimes he just does things. Sometimes he talks to people just to drive the media crazy and to send smoke screens out into the world. Well, at the Senior Bowl, it wasn't a smokescreen. Mike Tomlin was going up to pretty much every single cornerback and telling them, hey, you should go up against Roman Wilson. Hey, you should call out Roman Wilson of Michigan. And why was that? Well, because Mike Tomlin, that smokescreen, everybody saw right through that. He had a lot of interest in the 5'11", 180-pound receiver and the national champion out of Michigan. So you look at what Roman Wilson brings, the pedigree that he brings to the Pittsburgh Steelers as a third-round pick. He led Michigan in receptions and in receiving yards last year to an undefeated season. Now Michigan was ground and pound. So too were the Pittsburgh Steelers. They picked offensive linemen in round 1 and round 2, looking to be a little bit more ground and pound with Najee Harris and Jaylen Warren and Darnell Washington leading the way as a tight end in the blocking sense of things, and Arthur Smith as the offensive coordinator. But with that, he needs some wide receivers that can get open, wide receivers that can take advantage downfield, and Roman Wilson is one of those wide receivers. Really quick, really speedy, likely slots in behind George Pickens as your number 2. It was a weak wide receiver room coming into the draft. Roman Wilson was not one of the top guys at this NFL draft, but he is certainly going to be one of the top guys in the wide receiver room upon touching down in Pittsburgh. Like I mentioned, probably slots in directly behind a guy like George Pickens, but he's also joined by Calvin Austin, Cordero Patterson, Quez Watkins, and Van Jefferson as of right now in the receiver room. I put him above all of those guys, maybe on par with the Calvin Austin. I'm certainly intrigued to see how the Steelers decide to use a Cordero Patterson as a running back 3/wide receiver 4, but Roman Wilson out of Michigan, he's the pick at 84th overall. Steelers pick coming up here in just a couple minutes at 98th overall. We'll have that pick and that recap for you right after that. And then Noah and Steven will be back with a live stream tomorrow, recapping all of day 2 and getting you set for day 3 of the NFL draft. But as of right now, pick 1, Troy Fautanu, pick 2, Zach Frazier, and pick 3, wide receiver Roman Wilson out of Michigan. We'll see you guys next time.